Hey guys, Cosmos here from Dolly Games, and we continue our video progress series on the Archer. And this video is dedicated to getting my new hero, for which I've been waiting for a while. So first up, let's have a look at our party. I normally run with this one right here, and with switching around these light envoy and main character depending on what I do. And usually I don't really touch the rest. Now the problem you see here is that I'm the main character here is the one and only damage dealer, which is still good because I'm able to dish out some crazy amount of damage, but I want more, of course. So I'm happy very much with Light Envoy, also happy with Nereda, although Nereda is not adding too much value yet because I didn't have resources to pump into her. But basically I'm happy with these two heroes. We're planning to keep them for a while, and you know, fully construct until I fully construct the rage build and start enjoying it. Mountain God is doing a good job as well, but and Nether Knight is the one I will be replacing now. So Nether Knight will be the one going to backup. Zweihander is going to retire from the backup. Actually, why that didn't work? Okay, go away. Alright, so Zweihander is out. Now my party is one short, which is fine because I want to put in there the second damage dealer. So Mountain God is going to take the central position, although it was better to have a weaker hero in the central position to take the rage attacks, and then Mountain God could do the rest, but now he's going to have to, you know, he's going to have to take it. So right here is gonna come the second damage dealer, so we're gonna do this now. I talked to you about him before, and I have gathered up enough materials almost to synthesize him. Rare item, and it's gonna be the Arcane Spirit. And although I can get heroes from a higher tavern and so forth, I'm actually specifically choosing this one because I talked about him before. He is pretty cool, and I have 145 out of 150, and I specifically didn't get the last pieces, so I get it with you, so I also can say where I'm getting them, which is in Arena, cross server shop, and with these warrior marks you can get these. Although I think these prices are pretty expensive for those heroes, I have nothing really useful to buy for these, so I'm going to be getting the Arcane Spirit. You can only buy 5 per day, and that's what I've been doing. So that's gonna go at 100 warrior marks per day. That's what I've been spending, in addition to, of course, the bulk of it I got from the House of Cards. And yeah, whatever was missing, I've been adding it like this, 5 per day. So we're gonna go and synthesize show synth only items. Rare item, Arcane Spirit crest, 150 shards. Good stuff. Finally this is done. And for those who have missed it, let me just pop on over to Divine Realm and show you the guy who I'm trying to model with my build, who I found in the alliances. I still haven't gotten into any alliance yet because I want to try to get into one of the higher ones, so gotta get stronger. So let it load, or is it bugged out? Okay, list, sorry, it was my mistake. And it was, I think, in the second alliance here. There he is. A hunter. I was looking specifically for hunters, and this is the hunter hunter account, or I don't know, character, with 4.1 million battle rating. And this is Adler 1100. I don't know if that number means something, But I'm trying to model after this guy, and I think he is very good in terms of damage output, and I also want to focus on damage output. And he's got his main character. His main character is using Arcane Lightning, and I think the only reason he's using that is for that 21% stun chance, which is pretty cool. Otherwise it's back row hitting only, and I will not be doing that, although I like stun a lot. I will be focusing first to maximize my single unit damage, and then after that I will maximize my hit everybody damage, and then only I will consider to do some fancy stuff like this. Then he's using Abyssal Gaze, and he's using Thunderstorm. So and Thunderstorm is the skill of the Thunder character, Thunder hero that I just got. So he's using Hercules, which of course is the main purpose of Hercules is to deal out damage. He's also a little bit tankier, so but he's damage dealer. Narrator he's using again to buff himself up, and he's using Light Envoy / upgraded Messenger of Death for together basically with Narrator. So he's sort of having a rage build plus buffing himself up, and his other damage dealer is the Thunder Lord, which is the upgraded version of the Arcane Spirit that I got. So and this is where I found this, and I want to model against my build in light of this. And this is the skill Thunderstorm, and what I originally liked in this skill is the reduction of attack by 40%. And I didn't notice the stun so much before, but it's also very good. But reducing attack by 40%, it's almost basically halving the damage output of whoever this falls on. And also it has a 50 rage requirement to cast, although Arcane Spirit requires 75, so it needs to be upgraded to the Thunder Lord to get this 50 rage. I think that's a very big step, so I'm gonna be trying to get this guy upgraded for me as soon as possible. So his damage itself is not supposed to be fantastic, and that's not his purpose, but he does do damage, and he does hit a whole row, which is good, and he debuffs with that fantastic 40%, and he also has a chance to stun. So a lot of good things in this hero, but again he's not from the higher taverns. So if we go back and when I go into my tavern, I can't see where it is. There it is. He is not from the Enigma Tavern, that's what I mean, and he's also not the higher part of the Enigma Tavern. We got all these yellow heroes now, which are pretty strong. He is from the Austral Tavern, hiding here, the third one in the list, and he's actually relatively affordable at 750 Ruby Hero Souls, versus some others that I've seen people get, like Headless Horseman, or you know, the Dark Paladin at 1,000 and 1,200 Ruby Hero Souls. So he's almost actually half the price of these guys. He is comparable or a little bit more expensive than the Valkyrie and the Astral Hunter, who are more affordable, but basically he is he's cheaper to get. Also compared to the Enigma Tavern heroes, who are pretty expensive at 1,000, 1,200, with only the Amazon here at 750. So now that I got the crest, we're going to recruit him, but in order to recruit him I need to have those hero souls, but that's no problem because I've saved up a whole bunch of gold, as 543 million from all the events and gauntlets that I've been doing. So we're gonna go to get hero souls, and I'm actually not gonna use my topazes, and I'm gonna get new 750. We're gonna do 10 card draws, so we're gonna not show this, and we're gonna go with basic draw. Actually I might convert some of my topazes, that's too much. But I want to have, do I want to have some topazes? I don't know. The problem with hero souls is that once you pass a certain level, you can't get the lower one. So like there's no way I can get any opals and garnets. And sometimes there is a hero that you might want there, and that might even be not for efficiency's sake, but just for your own pleasure or whatever. So, and you basically can't recruit anymore. So that's why I didn't want to get rid of the so much of the lower hero souls. But that's more like let's call it emotional reasons rather than rational reasons. So we continue pumping this up. So far 30 million gold has been spent, and normally there's like a rule of thumb that 1,000 ruby hero souls is approximately 100 million gold. So with that rule of thumb you can estimate and save up accordingly and plan basically properly. It's a good rule of thumb. It's not too far away from there. It's almost on the spot. Of course, in each draw there is a luck factor, but when you're doing so many draws, the luck factor pretty much disappears and it becomes an average statistic. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna have to exchange for sure because the ruby hero souls are growing too slowly. So let's trade some. They're 5-1 on these. The lower levels are 6-1. Oh, he wants me to do the whole thing. Okay, let's do the whole thing. Oh well, so we won't have any topazes. Alright, so if I hear there's a game update where you no longer where they add another level of taverns, maybe I'll run and get some topazes before that. Just to be able to hire some lower level heroes like Demon Huntress, the Guardian I always thought looked cool, and Exorcist. This one I have. These ones are rubies. And what else I don't have? I don't have Atlanta. I don't have Night Sentinel. That's just more like for a collection, you know, for collecting purposes. Like I said, more for emotional reasons. So we got here Arcane Spirit. We are going to recruit this guy, and that's awesome. And you see here, I closed it too fast. Let's go back to Astral. If you click on Evolve, you'll see the Thunder Lord. That's the graphic for the Thunder Lord. You click again, that's the Arcane Spirit. Although I'm not sure which one looks more upgraded, but anyways, we got the guy. So that's the important part. There he is. He is going to come over right here, and he is very weak, very weak. Actually, my bell rating dropped a lot by getting rid of by moving the Nether Knight away and getting rid of Zweihander. But we're gonna pump this guy up. So this video is basically dedicated to him. So we're gonna do as much as we can for him. So first up, we're gonna go to Guardian Angels, and he will have nothing. So I'm thinking, which one is Lunaria? 56, is that my highest one? I'm currently pumping Lunaria until level 60 to activate the Covenants, so I might as well give it to him because that's the highest one now anyways. 56, 58, 56, 57. This one is 77 because Fortune also I was pumping for Light Envoy to make her stronger. So now I'm gonna focus on getting Lunaria to 60, and then perhaps I'll have to switch some more stuff around. But anyways, for now he will have this. We got level 9 Cherub Stones here, so we're gonna go and synthesize these Cherub Stones. Show synth only. I'm probably sitting in the items somewhere. Cherub Stone. We're gonna make one level 10 Cherub Stone. Let's run back to the Guardian Angels. Give that to the Thunder Lord, or sorry, Arcane Spirit. I'm already calling him Thunder Lord when he is not yet Thunder Lord. Of course, gotta evolve him first. So the bonus percentage is going to be the same here for all the heroes now. Everybody's got level 10 chirp stones, and he's still getting very little boost, of course, from Lunaria in this case. Only 27,000 health. Light Envoy is getting 100,000 health, and my main character is getting 350,000 health. So that's the next target, is to get to Light Envoy, Arcane Spirit, Mountain God, actually starting with Arcane Spirit. So Arcane Spirit, Light Envoy, then Mountain God, in that order, to get them to the same level as the buffs that my main hero is getting from the Guardian Angel. Of course, my main hero is coupled here with Seraphim, who is unearthly as well, so that's why he's getting so much. And level 80, of course, Seraphim is way higher than a 42 Fortuna or 38 Lunario, but we'll get there. Over time, everything is possible. So 1000 BR from that. So that's as far as angels are concerned. Now let's go and have a look at one of the more important parts, which is his equipment. So we're gonna go to equipment, and I've tried to prepare as much as I could. I was short a little bit in the last event, and I couldn't get him the body, the heroic body, which is very important actually. So I'm a little bit stuck on what to do. So what we're gonna do is, oh, I know where it is. We're gonna take it off from Zweihander. Actually, can you keep it on for a moment? Let's see. Oh, actually, it doesn't have any gems on it. That's perfect. So Zweihander is gonna get rid of that. And Arcane Spirit is gonna wear that. He's also gonna get a really weird set. The Greaves, the Ring, and I gotta choose between two weapons, basically Vidor's Blade, or he's a sort of a mage guy, so in any case I need to convert into staff. But basically it's a choice between the standard heroic, let's call it like that, and the new items which came, and this is the Zeus's sword, which is already upgraded. Now Zeus's sword steals 16% attack from the target for 2 turns, which is really cool, and that's an additional reduction of attack. So imagine he could do 40% reduction plus another 16%, so that becomes 56% if that's how they calculate it. Which is pretty cool. On the other hand, Vidor's Blade will heal him up, so 6% of his HP he can get in healing. But from my experience so far, what happens a lot is that heroes die way faster than main characters. So I'd consider to have the healing on the main character, because he lives so long and he can get a ton of benefit from healing. Whereas for Arcane Spirit / Thunderlord, it's, I think, better to give him the Zeus's sword, which we are going to go and right now exchange it. Show exchange only. Equipment, heroic gear. Oh wait, it doesn't let me. Wait, I didn't know you can't change it. Let's take that off. Alright, so then the upgraded gear, it must not be allowed to exchange that. Let's see, that's mythic gear, 80 weapon, mythic gear, and then you got the heroic gear. Odin's Blade is the upgraded version, which heals more. So for the heroic gear, it lets the exchange. So let's go back to synthesis. And let's try the upgrade. I want to find what's that Zeus's sword called. So mythic set upgrades into these ones, level 70s and level 80s, and then those ones were the heroic, and then the heroics get upgraded into these, and then from these you can make. Oh, this gets a bit confusing, but what is important is that I can't find the Zeus's sword in this bunch, which might mean that it is a special type of a thing which you can't exchange. Oh, there it is. There it is. So it's an upgrade of heroic gear. That's the Zeus's sword, and it's upgraded from Hecate's sword. Let's see, upgrade heroic gear. Okay. And where is Hecate's sword? Level 70. Okay, so basically for whatever reason we can't exchange this. So that's unfortunate. Whatever. That's unfortunate because I wanted to give him that sword. But I'm not going to be arguing with the system if you can't exchange it, at least now. You might be able to exchange it in the future because I saw a survey about exchanging equipment. So that's that. But for now he's going to have to go with the old heroic, and he can't use this one, which is silly because actually if he was a warrior class he could just easily use this, but just because he's a mage class and they always give out the warrior class items, which is unfair for then other classes. So it's bad design, but okay, I think they will fix it over time, but I'm not gonna wait for that because I can always give the sword to somebody else later. So we're gonna do exchange heroic Vidal into staff, unless I steal the staff from Light Envoy. That is certainly possible. My Light Envoy has the staff, but she's not using it because all her time she's spending in doing power-ups, so she actually doesn't need to attack anybody. So that is definitely something that we could do. We could give the staff to Arcane Spirit, and then instead of the weapon here, give her a conquest or triumph item, and then get her a better helm instead. So that looks like a good plan, although the weapon does heal her. Tough choice a little bit. Let me see. Narrator also doesn't have it. He has it. He has it. Okay, I'll just use the new one, and then I'll give it to narrator if necessary. That's what we're gonna do. Exchange, show exchange only. Equipment, heroic, Wither's Blade into staff. That's gonna cost another, what is that, 1 million gold. Done. Back to character. Arcane-ish. Okay, so you got the weapon now. He doesn't have a helm and he doesn't have the boots. The helm and boots the boots are of course agility. Helm is the HP, and he needs both. Now why I'm hesitating is because one item you must not give him heroic, because the heroic sets are basically Joker sets. They don't have a set bonus. But you of course want to have the set bonus because your set can give 25 to 30% rage. Let's say this is for example Mail of Triumph. You can see that if you have 6 pieces you get your initial rage increased by 25%, and if you have 4 pieces, damage increased by 6%, 2 pieces agility increased by 300. And since all the heroic items are Joker pieces, then if you have just one of these items, then it counts that you have all 6. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take since he is level 40, I can't give him any triumph, any conquest items or better, so we're gonna give him a triumph boots, and here I got plus 50. I don't know who lost their boots, but there's a plus 50 in the bag, which is good. And helm I actually don't have. Is that true? Yeah, I got a plus 44 conquest, so I must have upgraded the helm, unfortunately, but he's gonna wear that one. And in the meantime, he can keep the peerless. I don't care, because I'm not gonna cook a new triumph helm for him just for a short time. It is just for a short time. Basically, once he gets to level 60, I will give him the conquest helm. Either that, or in the meantime, there will be an event where I can get some more heroic items, and then I can give him the helm, and the boots will then remain as a regular set item until I can get at least one piece Imperial. And Imperial, that's like my main character. He's got all heroic, but he's got one piece Imperial, and Imperial gear already has the set bonuses. So my main starts with plus 30 additional rage and plus 15% damage. So okay, let's say in terms of equipment he is mostly done. So now we're gonna go into, and let's see the effect on bell rating. First of all, that's about about 3000 effect. So let's enchant that equipment, Arcane Spirit. So he is now at 35,000 bell rating, and I think I recovered my bell rating now to roughly what it was before. So we're gonna enchant this. I wonder how much does maximum cost. 151 million for the weapon. That's quite steep. But yeah, I gathered the gold for a reason, didn't I? Okay, we're gonna do a maximum. Actually, this is quite interesting for me because as a VIP you get an explosive in hands. So we're gonna take the calculator and see what's the benefit. So 477824651, that's the cash I got. And then we're gonna enchant with this. So if I didn't have VIP, so that's minus 151,661, 400. So what did I do wrong? Minus 151,661, 400. No, I did something wrong. We're gonna do it again. 477824651 minus 151,661, 400. So I should be left with 326 million, but I'm hoping I won't. So we're gonna keep this calculator here. We're gonna enhance, and then hopefully that explosive thingy comes up. Alright, so it didn't come up, I think. No, it didn't come up. So I actually paid the full amount. That's nuts. Okay, so the other one which is important is the ring. So because the ring is giving the hit rate, the crit of course is important, but hit is also quite, I would say hit is more important, because if you can't hit a target, it doesn't matter if you can crit it. So the price is going to be the same. Okay, so another 151 million gone. There goes that. So you see how fast I just spent 300 million gold. That's nuts. So we're gonna get him to, let's say, level 50. The Greaves. That's 34 million. Of course, I'm not gonna bother with the Peerless Helm, and Triumph is already at plus 50. I'm just thinking if I could make another Triumph Helm. Let's do that. Let's synthesize equipment. Oh, it comes from the Peerless. Okay, we'll have to max out the Peerless. and then we'll need a... oh, I don't have the shards anyways. Okay, we're gonna skip that idea. The reason I wanted to do 13,500 bell rating from that. The reason I wanted to do another helmet for him is because all these are already plus 50 enhance, and he can't get the enhanced combo bonus if his peerless is on plus 0. So that's why I said that. And it could be a while until I get him something useful. Oh, unless we steal it from Zweihander, that's what we're gonna do. We are going to steal it. Zweihander has a Helm of Triumph, and it has some lousy gems on it. So we're gonna go socket, other. We're gonna find Zweihander. There you go. These guys are gonna go out. So always first on socket, not to get very confused with things. Why didn't I think of that before? So back to our dear friend Arcane Spirit. He is going to get himself a Helm of Triumph. Perfect. We're going to enhance that 10 more levels to get him the 50 boost. Although this is kind of lost money, but it's not too much. It is 4 million. Okay, with all this money I lost, I can lose 4 million. Alright, and with plus 50 he can get the plus 50 combo, so that's a little bit of extra stats for him. So that is done. Let's go now to another big part, which is socketing. So the helm gave another 500 bell rating, so we're gonna start now with socketing his stuff. Sockets, Arcane Spirit, and of course he is absolutely blank. And he is going to be damage dealer, which means full on attack. I'm even going to unlock him some magic socketing rod spaces, so upgrade it. 3 actually, open as many as you can. I'll leave the last slot in case I run out of the socketing rods, because the first investment takes a lot out of it. But we're gonna get him as many slots as possible and try to get him plus level 8s as a minimum. Alright, how much is this? 80 to open the 5th one there, but those will be replaced, so it's a wasted 80 rods. Alright, now the weapon is gonna get an upgraded slot that costs 20. So that's gonna be no problem. They're all gonna get, I'm gonna give him 20 for each one. Also for the ring. The next one costs already 60, so that gets quite more expensive, and I prefer to spend all the magic socketing rods on my main hero, because he is really the more powerful one. So 1 slot for now. Later maybe I'll change my mind or whatever, and in that 1 slot he can get whatever the best thing I got, and this seems to be the dodge plus hit combination, although I would prefer to have something like physical attack. Oh sorry, he's magic, so it should be yeah, he's a mage, so it should be magic attack, which I don't have anyways. I got crit and hit, I got dodge and hit, which is good anyhow, because he will need to hit the enemy, so that's pretty important. HP and magic defense, less cool. HP and magic attack, so that sounds good. That's gonna go on the 1st slot. That's exactly what he needs. He needs to live and do damage. That's perfect. Then we're gonna give him a level 9 dodge, 2 of them, and we're gonna give him for the ring the crit and hit. Okay, so that's as far as the fuse gems. Now I don't think I'll have too much magic attack gems, because I usually get rid of them, so we might need to synthesize something. But let's start with health. I seem to have a bunch of those, so 1, 2, 3 health is needed, so 4, 5, and 6. Then dodge sounds like a good idea. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm missing one dodge, so one of the blocks can become dodge. Then magic defense is fine. Agility, physical defense. We need a dodge here. Okay, so let's exchange a couple. We're gonna do gems. Some of the blocks. We got the level 8 ones. We'll need the 1 block. And then the other one, we're gonna make it into a crit. Or let's make 1 hit and then the other ones will do crit. And on the 2 agility ones, we can transform them into physical defense or again crit. But let's start with the physical defense. But I haven't put any magic yet. Okay. So we still got space. So this is supposed to be the dodge. Alright, that concludes the 3rd gem in the line. The 4th one is going to be physical defense. And I'm missing one, unfortunately. Missing one physical defense. I got magic defense, and then they go down to level 7 gems. So this one will become physical defense, these will become magic attacks. So that's MDef and HP. HPs to attack. Magic defense to physical defense. So we're back to, no, not light envoy, arcane spirit. Physical, and this is where we were missing the physical defense. Good. Magic attacks are next with crits. Magic attack. So that's 2, which is not enough. Looking at his magic attack is only 45,000. My main is doing 440,000, so 10 times more. And I need to increase this guy significantly, but that's still because he is in the beginning. So we still need to fix up some of the gems and unlock probably those last slots. But you see how quickly I ran out of socketing rod. So we're gonna give him a hit gem because we don't want him to miss any attacks. We still have 2 slots to take care of, and I really wanted to make it level 8. So let's see if I can synthesize any level 7s into 8. Again, show synthesize only, and let's find, I can make 1 level 8 here, and perfect, that's magic attack. Not physical, yeah, another, no, that's 7. Okay, but let's make it physical defense. Yeah, I can make a magic defense. Agility, not hit, dodge, no crits, and no endurance. Alright, we're gonna exchange the magic defense to magic attack, and let's socket those last bits. Magic attack, perfect. Well, all the slots he has are filled, and everything is filled with level 8. So I'm not gonna open another slot because I actually don't have another level 8. So we're gonna keep him with the level 8 gem combo until I can get my hands on another level 8 gem. to give it to him. So I'll need to fill him up with magic attacks. So actually some of the physical defenses should be sacrificed to get him the attack bonuses. That's a possibility, and for the last slots there would be critical to increase his damage further. So that's as far as his gems go, and that should be a healthy battle rating increase. 27,000 increase in battle rating. Next up, refinement. We're gonna go and refine him. I got 9,000 refinement stones, which looks like a lot, but it's not. So I'm gonna do it in a balanced way first, to try to get at least 3 strong items, because these get spent really fast. So let's refine it. Alright, 20 magic attack. That is awesome. That is really awesome. That's rare as well. 20 agility. Amazing. Good start. 15 HP. Good. And now for the last 2, I want to get it level 11 no matter what attribute, just because I want to get the refined combo. But for now I'll leave it at 7 and 9 for physical and magic defense, because that's useful stuff, and work on the other items. Refine. Agility 15 stars. He will need agility because of course it's important that he plays first. 19 star magic attack. Beautiful. HP 16. If he can go first before the enemy, he'll almost half their damage. Some dodge and PDEF. We're gonna take that for now. Let's do the Griefs. MDEF HP 14, 15. Good. 20 agility. Man, this guy is lucky. I was not so lucky on the other heroes. Block is nice, although I cannot dedicate this guy to block. I cannot. The stones are finishing. I'm gonna go for this for now. Not perfect. Alright, agility and HP again. Hit is very good. Finally, something good. Physical attack unfortunately would have been awesome if that was magic attack. Alright, we got physical defense and magic defense. Actually, this item turned out quite good. Now, I don't care about the triumph items, but I will try to get him a little bit. So, physical defense. Actually, that's not so important. We're gonna skip that. It's 11 anyways. Okay, here we got again physical and HP. Okay, 9 magic attack, some agility, some magic defense, but not good enough. Alright, 15 magic defense with a little bit of... Okay, we're gonna scramble the others. 2 and 3. Give me something good, anything. Okay, that's good. And here, I don't know who we stole these boots from, but it's already pretty much set. Dodge, agility, physical attack, physical defense, magic defense. Only there is a physical attack instead of magic attack. But since this is a triumph item, I don't want to waste stones on this, and we're down to below 3,000 now. So I'm gonna keep those for when I need to fix up the other items. So let's see what was the effect of refinement. 3,164 battle rating from refinement. Next we're gonna go to Zweihander actually, because he's no longer going to serve as backup. So we can actually make him completely naked. since Nether Knight is going to be working as the backup. So first up, we're going to remove all his gems and all his equipment and then inherit him. So forge, socket other, Zweihander, and socket all, Zweihander and socket all, and again Zweihander and socket all. It doesn't have too much stuff, but there's no need to waste gems, waste wearing gems. Absolutely no purpose in that. Okay, he's good to go. Back to him. Out goes his equipment. Train, inherit. Oh, he doesn't have any levels, but I'm gonna just click on it anyways. No, he has nothing. I must have inherited all his stuff already, so that's a no-go. So we're gonna train from scratch our dear Arcane Spirit. Train. So in terms of training, my main with the mount is at plus 27. My heroes are of course at much less. Mountain God is at plus 9. Light Envoy plus 14, Narrator plus 11, and Arcane Spirit 0. And all those pluses are yellow, so actually that's pretty high. And we're gonna, I have saved up 26,000 of these soul stones, so let's get going. Whereas the first levels are relatively cheap, so we go through green really fast. Then we got the blue color, breakthrough to purple, and activated Seraphim Blaze. And you see the stats increasing. Breakthrough to orange or gold, breakthrough to red, and that's where it gets more and more expensive. Breakthrough to yellow. I guess I can spend them all. Yep, I'll spend them all. Breakthrough. And there goes. So plus 15, so he becomes the next highest one after my main, and Light Envoy was at plus 14. So that's a hefty battle rating increase. Let's see the effect. Plus 23,735, so that's pretty cool. So that's step 1. Then he is already up at around 100,000 battle rating. His magic attack is up to 75,000, which is still low. I need him to be the damage dealer, so that's not good enough. So next up is element. I got saved up 21.5-ish thousand on the element, so we're gonna try to get him as high as possible, and I think I'll spend those all as well. Now element of course was something I was less comfortable with before, in terms of I didn't know exactly how it works. I still don't, but I understand the logic a little bit better. It's not only about the damage that you do, but also resistance. So that's why it's important to have it as high as possible, but it's of course difficult to get it high on all heroes. You need a lot of those element crystals, but over time they gather up. If you're active in dual events and all things every day, they add up. With the elements, there is no fast button. You really have to look at it's beneficial here, and I will take anything that is in total beneficial. So if it's plus 2 green plus -1 red, I will take it, but if it's +1 red -1 red, I will skip it. And I've tried also the normal and advanced, but I personally don't like them. I don't know if somebody has done a study on it, but I just go with the ultra. And then the higher you go, it gets more difficult. So already 14,000 bell rating has been added via the elements. And they are now purple. Still rising. Mountain God that I have and Light Envoy have it at I think around 30,000 bell rating worth of elements. So this guy is still behind. See, for quite some time now I'm clicking and nothing good was coming. And these clicks are expensive, so 50 stones per click. Now fire has gone into orange. Alright, a couple of good ones there. Oh, nice. 3 greens. It's very nice. Would have been cool if sometimes it would also include +2, not only plus and -1. I missed that one. I hate when I mess up, but it happens. Alright, here we go. A lot of it has been spent already. 13,000 left. Gonna make this guy really strong. And hopefully when the next house of cards comes, I'll be able to upgrade him. Because really there's a huge difference between the unupgraded version and the upgraded version or evolved version. And the main difference is the requirement, the rage requirement to cast his skills. I mean, 75 rage is already a ton better than 100 rage, but 50 rage is 10 times better than 75. If you got no rage heroes which support your party, 50 rage means every second attack pretty much he can do, because each time he gets 25 rage, so he'll do something, he'll get 25, he'll do something, oh sorry, that makes it every third attack, he'll do something, he'll get 25. But of course if you can support him, for example, if you upgrade Light Envoy into Messenger of Death, you can easily get, with some upgrades, you can easily get 50 rage per buff. And that's all he needs to dish out his love. Alright, his fire is gone into red. He must now be the highest one. Light Envoy is at 30,000 BR element. Mountain God also 30,000 element, and this guy just passed them all with a large investment going into him. Come on. Of course, would have been easier if there was like a one-click type of a button where you click and it just starts going up and up until your resources finish. Alright, here we go. 8,000 left. I'll go until 40,000 BR, or if the resources finish, whichever one is first. I missed one again. So I'm trying to hurry a little bit as well because we're almost reaching an hour of recording, and I thought this will be a very short video, but I didn't realize how much stuff needs to be done. Alright, +1. I'll be careful because every +1 counts now. Come on. There, nice. 39. 39.6. Beautiful. 40,500. So if I close this, we get 110 battle rating. You can tell I'm tired. Battle rating increased, so he's gotten even more powerful now. Let's look at him again. Of course, his magic attack does not change, but you see that impacted his BR a lot because, of course, the elements increase damage, reduce damage received. So that's all very good. So let's go back to training, and the next thing I gotta do to him is upgrade. Unfortunately, I don't have too many blessed stones, so maybe first up let's set up his stables. And now we are missing the slot for the Nether Knight, so we're just gonna toss them around. I think just switch them around because of course that position is more important than that position, at least for me, because for me I want my main ones over here and the backup over here just to make it easier for me. Also, this position we can raise it, but that also costs blessed stones, and if I'm not wrong, right now we have actually the hero upgrade event going on. Let's double check. Is it finished? Train elite, Rose Bargain. Yeah, it might have been finished. But okay, I'm not gonna wait for that event because I need this guy strong. So we're gonna go and, but that makes it easier for me also to raise the stables. So we're gonna go to Arcane, Spirit, Train, Upgrade, and we're gonna one click him up, at least the first levels, because those are cheaper. And that's the skill Arcane Lightning that we saw that that strong hunter was using. And this the upgrade is super important because it pumps him up with a percentage increase on all his stats. So it's very significant, but it's difficult to do because it requires blessed stones and it's very difficult to get them. I like this line here in the upgrade. It says exactly how many blessed stones different people use to achieve success, and some were able to upgrade at a much cheaper cost than others. It's just luck based, but at least roughly you get an idea. Is it 500? Is it 700? Is it 1000? So here 236. That guy upgraded to +7. Yep, I did it also roughly at the same price. So now 4 + 8, 263. And now we're at +4 on Arcane Lightning. The damage reduction is by 33%, stun chance by 19%, and it's gonna go up by 1 percentage point each when I get to +5 here. Now 9 is one of those upgrade levels where you get bonus from the event, but then on 10 plus 10 and plus 11, there are no bonuses. The next bonus is at plus 12. So what I could do is I could stop at plus 11 and then do the plus 12 when that event comes up. But I just missed it, so it might be a while. So we're up to plus 5 here now in Arcane Lightning, so I can get that 34% with 20% chance of stun. And again, each skill level is increasing those percentages by 1 percentage point. So it's not a huge difference as in the case of Light Envoy, where it really matters every single skill increase. On this one it matters less, so I'll be fine with stopping at plus 11 right here. And then the plus 12 I'll do it with the event. Now that effect we can already see in bell rating, plus almost 14,000 bell rating from that. Next up, let's go back to the stables and just bring to my current max, which is level 210 stars, after which I will need these stable crystals. I only have 5, I need 20 to increase. So we're gonna one click train this up as much as it goes, which was not too long. So there it is, we reached it. So it has exactly the same position now as all other main party heroes, only the backup has a lower position, but that's fine. And we're gonna change his mode into offense. It's gonna be the only other hero that I have is gonna be offense, and the choices are between 9400 attack, which is everywhere, so that's not a choice. We got 900 hit and crit, so hit and crit in the first box versus endurance and crit. Now I don't see how endurance is an attack mode, so I'm not gonna pick that. Here we got 900 crit and 4.8 hit rate, so it's giving a bonus to the hit rate rather than giving an absolute hit value. In that case I prefer the crit. Oh no, actually 900 crit, that might be a lot for him. If you're not sure, go back to your character, put the mouse on him and have a look at what he has. So for example, he has 4000 crit and 6000 hit. That means that if we put a percentage on crit, we're gonna get a less of an amount. So 900 crit would be very significant for him. It's like a quarter more. Whereas 900 on the hit is not going to be as significant. So from there you can judge which mode is better. So let's go back, mode. So now I know that the 900 crit as the absolute value is better, and now that I have to compare with 900 block and damage bonus. Now damage bonus is very nice, of course. I like that more than crits generally, but I don't like the block. So I'm gonna go with mode B, which is gonna give him 900 crit as an absolute value, plus it's gonna give it a bonus to the hit rate. So now that I assign it, we get 1860 bell rating additional, and when we go over to him, we see that his crit has gone up to 4871, which is good. So that's as far as the stables and the upgrade go. He also has skills which can be increased. These increase attack, but again the problem is that these are costing blessed stones. Now these will increase attack by 2%, and on the contrary, the blessed stones you can use to upgrade him as a hero. And I think that's better, because then he gets not only an increase in his offensive capabilities from skills, but also to his stats. So these will have to come a little bit later. He also has this eye thingy, which is accuracy, which is going to increase his hit rate. So, but we can actually cater to both of these, attack and crit, by focusing on the basic upgrade, which is going to give him the percentages on attack, percentages on his basically stats, and also is going to give him more damage via the skill. So only the hit he might not get via here, but we can solve the hit if needed via hit gems. So the last thing remains is enhance. Of course he's at 0. Let's have a quick look at the enhance of my main heroes. It's 78, which is pretty high. Then Mountain God at 56. Light Envoy, I actually pumped her up to 71 as well because I needed her to start contributing significantly. Narada at 51 and Arcane Spirit at 0. So we're gonna spend all of these gem enhancement stones on him, and that is going to give him, as you see, all those stats flying. That's going to give him a significant amount of stats. So every click is 1%. I don't really care about what it says there about what level it is and so forth. The most important number there is the percentage that it is giving as a bonus to your gem stats. And this is also going to improve, not improve, but automatically give you more stats as you improve your gems. So that's the beauty of the gem enhancement. So half of it spent, 10,000 already spent, and now it gets really expensive. And all of it is going to be gone in a moment. There it is. So he could get to 59%, but that's already significant. As you can see, by doing that he'll get almost 54,000 HP, 11,000 attack, another 1,500 hit, and another 200 crit. The crit is less because I only put the one crit gem, I think, and that's why crit is less. So you see the quantity of the physical defense that's coming from putting physical defense on all the slots. Dodge also quite nice. So that's a big bell riding increase again. So if we have a look here, 15,430 came from that. So we're now at 1.64 million total party bell rating. And if we have a look at him again, we'll see that his magic attack is up to 100,000. So that's still very low, but given from where he came from, it's pretty good. But of course, I want to bring him as close as possible to my main hero's damage and power, and he will do that over time. I can't do everything at once. He will need a powerful guardian angel. Oh, runes I have forgotten completely. So we're gonna put all these runes. It's 13,400. It's not gonna do too much, I think, but we're gonna put all of them into him anyways. There it goes. Oh, we'll need to upgrade it. Level 1 runestone, I don't have any, so we'll need 20 of those. Already 2,300 bell rating. So we're gonna break through, max it out, and he ate it all. So I thought he might maybe reach the next breakthrough, but no way. So 5,000 bell rating is coming from the runes for him now. Compared to other heroes, I think it's less. Light Envoy is getting almost 11,000 bell rating from the runes, and Mountain God as well, 11.2. Main of course is getting more, 20,000. So then all the rune income is going to come on this guy again, and I already have 20 stones, or did I buy it twice? I don't know anymore. Now I'm getting really tired and confused. So so that's good, and that's also going to give him a 3,000, or give the party 3,000 bell rating increase. So all these things in combination are gonna keep pumping him up. Refine combo also at +5, that can be raised to 11. The gems have to work to keep the 8. And the enhanced combo will get better, and of course his stats from the equipments will get better as I get a helm for him. That's gonna boost his HP. Currently he'll have 380,000, which is not much. He can get one shot at even sometimes with that kind of health. His physical defense has been increased, but not the magic. You see it, 40,000 versus 71,000. Big difference there. So I need to continue work on him, but he did reach 187,000 BR, which I think is pretty good. He passed Narada, who was my weakest one. He's on the way to reach Light Envoy and Mountain God. They are still significantly higher than him, but he'll get there. Most important that he will start adding damage output to my party and reducing damage incoming. And with the damage income reduction, he can already give me 33% reduction in damage on the enemy. Then Mountain God will be able to, I think, tank in the front row, front center. So that's going to be interesting. And of course, when he will evolve, which is not now, but he will evolve into the Thunder Lord, I'll need to get the Thunder Lord crest, and then that's a quick evolution. His skill will change from Arcane Lightning to Thunderstorm, and then he'll get stronger by that. So all in all, a very long video, but I think that was pretty important step for my party. I hope you guys enjoyed this video dedicated to the Arcane Spirit Thunder Lord. So please do click on like and subscribe below the video if you did enjoy it, and share with your friends. Also don't forget to bookmark my site dollgames.com, and also my League of Angels dedicated site loa.dollgames.com. All the links will be below in the description of the video. Thanks you guys for watching, and have a very nice day.